Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently working on getting some additional cities online here. We're moving our legion back over this way, and I was just looking at the layout of forts. I feel like the fort here is no longer necessary. We would prefer to have a mine here. And the fort here, similarly, I feel like is no longer necessary, especially with the fort here. Although this would be a better location for it. But we do have a farming settlement there, so that seems fine. This up over here is probably still okay. That's in a decent choke point. And up over this way, I would absolutely love to have a fort up over here. Which of these locations would be ideal? Well, actually, this is a pretty decent spot for one right here. Yeah, do it. Fort right there. Looks good. So that's absolutely wonderful. We are working on getting this area made into a research city. That'll take some time. We'll have to assimilate some people here, but that's okay. So we'll continue to work on that. This is currently maxed out. We're working on this city right now. So we have a court of law going in here at this moment. We're going to want to have 3 of those, of course, and we're going to want to have 3 academies as well. We've only got 9 building slots here. So that's noted. We've already got a library in this area. So we're only going to be able to build 8 buildings here, but we absolutely want to get these courts of law built to help out our provincial loyalty in this area. I want to get these guys drilling for the time being, and that'll be fine. Yeah, we still can't colonize any of these allegedly colonizable provinces, so I already went and checked that. That is not going to be a thing for the moment. But that's okay. We are going to get those done eventually, but not yet. So, of course, this city here is a slave city that is maxed out. We've got these 3 cities here, here, and here. Those still need a lot of work. And then after that, we can upgrade a few additional cities. But we've just about got all of our cities under control at this point. So that is looking very, very solid. Oh, this just went up to 10 total buildings that we can build here. That is very convenient. Very, very convenient indeed. We're going to need a fair amount of cash for that to happen, though. So we'll just have to wait a little bit on that front. That's absolutely fine. Checking in these locations, we could build a conscription camp here. I don't feel like that's strictly speaking necessary. I'm just checking to see. We could definitely build a tax office here. I feel like that is beneficial. Let's get going with that. Anything else up over here? Actually, yeah, we could build an additional tax office here as well. That will give us more income, which will allow us to build through these a little bit faster, which would be great. So I'm very pleased about that. Harsh treatment, huh? Do we care about this? Desired slave ratio in cities plus 15%. Because we would institute slave treatment sanctions. So this would be a law that would get instituted. Okay, we haven't really done too much with that. So we're on status quo right now, giving us 5% national tax. Most of our cities are going to be slaves. I kind of prefer the status quo. And this will give us a bunch of gold. We're going to have a problem with Futan Fan. But that's okay. So, how powerful is Futan Fan? He's actually pretty powerful. So, we should bribe this guy. That brings him up exactly to 35. Yikes. Okay. Well, that's not going to be great. We could work on assassinating him. I think we'll not do that. I'm going to remove him as a rival. That'll boost him up to 45. That's now much, much better. Okay, so that allows us to spend that money that we got from the harsh treatment on this conscription camp. We'll get that caught up, and then over here, we can build an additional court of law. Oh, that's Futan Fan. Okay, get back to drilling, bud. Get over there. There you go. Fantastic. So now we're going to need to build 3 academies here. So that's going to be, what, 336 gold? Yeah, that's not too bad. So that'll be fine. We'll have that gold eventually. Of course, we're going to want to continue to work on our slave cities up over this way. These 3 cities are all going to need to be slave cities, and it'll take some time to get that all ready to go. Are we going to start with slave traders, or are we going to start with, like, foundries and mills? It's going to be expensive any way we slice it. Yeah, no doubt about that. It's going to be quite expensive. For now, let's get this academy in. And we're going to get a fair amount of civilization value here, so that seems okay. The real question is, how are we going to do on our provincial loyalty here? Minus 0.21 right now, but we have not yet built any of the courts of law here, so that's going to give us 0.09. It's not great, but it will help. Yeah, I'm currently thinking about what we want to do about that. We've got this up here that's going to be rebelling fairly soon. Barbarians? How rude. 9,000 of them, too. Wow. Okay. Let's just head on down over this way. 9,000 of them is enough that we're going to go deal with that, for sure. I do want to get another academy built here. We'll have enough on this next month kick, so we'll do that. There we go. And let's embark these lads, and we're going to sail them on over. So they ended up over here. Actually, let's end up over on this side. It'll be much quicker to get here than it will be to get here. And then we can just walk on the roads. So that'll be fine. Okay, so this city is maxed out currently. It will increase its civilization value, so that seems okay. So we're going to arrive over here, and they're heading in here right now, which is fascinating. That's not very useful for them. We can just walk up through the roads here, and we should be able to catch them fairly quickly. In theory. So that'll be fine. No problem whatsoever there. I do want to build our additional academy here. We are a couple of months away from getting that done. So yeah, no major problems over this way. I mean, they did grab some civilization value from this particular location, but whatever. It's fine. So we're going to head back onto our ships here. And we're just going to head back to our station point. Are we going to pay to replace this stockpile? Probably not. We're probably going to have this governor pay to do it. He did sign up for the job, after all. That's how that works, right? We didn't appoint him. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. It's not how that works at all. We're going to take our navy back up over here. There we go. Nice and quick. And of course, I want to get that academy built here. Cool. So this city is now maxed out, but we can build an additional library up over here now. That looks good. And we need to let that civilization value here come up. Checking in on this cluster of slave cities, we can build a tax office here. Excellent. And checking in down this direction, yeah, those all seem fine for the moment. So that looks good. At this point, we are saving up our money. I want these guys up here. At this point, we're saving up our money for the ability to get an additional slave city online. That will be very important, of course. And we'll get these guys drilling right up over here. Perfect. So now we're going to come up to these cities. And what's our population like? It's highest here. Noted. We definitely want to build a foundry here, and the province is currently disloyal. What would we get if we were to harsh treatment this? It would actually be positive in its loyalty. Okay. Let's work on that for now. And we'll save up some money, but that's going to be fairly slow. No doubt about that. That's going to be quite slow. So this here is at minus 0.18. I'm wondering what we would get from harsh treatment here. 0.24. Okay, do it. So we're at 93% Dukunic right now, and we would absolutely love to get some cultural assimilation here. We could build buildings for that. That is a theoretical possibility. So we'd be able to build like a colonia here, which, where is that? As one of these. Yeah, right here. So pop conversion and assimilation speed. And it would reduce the unrest. Would this be only in this area, though, or would it be over the entire province? That's an interesting question. Would it be only affecting these pops? Maybe. And if so, I think it's much less valuable. So we've got these disloyal provinces. They are both growing in loyalty right now. What do they need to be at to be considered loyal? That's an interesting question. I don't know the answer to that. We have a zeal perk available right now, and this would be in Panay. Right. I do want to head down this direction, so we're going to grab that. Nobody gets a free provincial improvement, so there is that. Now, did we get one? We have 3, so yeah, we are getting them. That's absolutely fine. Okay. So we can come down to, like, Panay here, and we can spend this on increasing our research points by 1%. That's not a lot, to be sure. That is definitely not a lot. We could also spend it on building slots in some of these less developed areas. Well, 3 stability. Sure, we'll happily take 3 stability. We might want to consider doing a pig stab here, actually, just to get us additional stability growth. That may not be the worst of ideas. And up over this way, this is going to go negative if we stop having our provincial loyalty deity, which is going to be slightly problematic for us. That said, it is coming up as of right now. So how high does it have to be considered loyal? Well, if it works like the loyal characters, it's 35%. That's going to take some time. No doubt about that. So that means that none of these are going to be developing for a little bit. Well, do we have any cities in this province? I don't think we do. So I would consider upgrading this to a city, although it is a farm. We produce pearls here? That's interesting. I'm thinking about making a slave city, though, so maybe dyes. So we would upgrade this to a city. Done. So what would we want to upgrade over here? Well, the current capital produces fish. Tortoise shells, huh? Incense and incense. Let's upgrade this guy. So let's go something like this, and then I would also like to make this be the capital. It will lose some loyalty. That's understood. I would also like to make... What was this one? We went for Vaubien. Okay. Let's make this be the capital. Yes, it will lose loyalty. That is understood. So minus 0.25, we are working on the conversion. He's not loyal enough to change the policy. Yeah, that's understood. That is not shocking at all. Okay, so down over here, we would like to also have vegetables. Oh, okay. That's not what we're going for here. Game is frozen right now. Okay, there we go. We got caught up. Fantastic. So wood, we produce rice. Earthenware is not terrible. Sure. We can upgrade this to a city. So we're going to relocate the capital here. And we're going to upgrade that to a city. Excellent. So all of those now have cities upgrading. We're going to need some additional cash to do more city upgrades, but that's fine. Checking in on these locations. Yeah, we still need some more work here. No doubt about it. How are we doing overall on our religion? Let's see. 1.66 monthly. That's not bad. We have that 5% from ban witchcraft, but we need to continue to work on this. Senatorial resistance. Okay, we've got Si Wen in charge. Noted. Do we want to lose 15 stability? Not really. We don't have very much in terms of Senate support, so we're probably not going to do too much on that front. Keijiang is a big problem here, and we could bribe him, bringing him up to 31. We could also try to make friends with him, and we probably should. He is in very poor health, but we should do that. Who else are we going to need here? So, Zhang Yangfan, that would be this guy. He already has free hands, and he's honest. Well, we could remove him as a rival. That's step 1. That doesn't quite bring him up high enough, though. Okay, who else can we work with? Hogao Wen. So that would be this guy. We'll bribe him. Okay, so he is now loyal. And I think if we manage to make friends with Kejangsi, that should be good. We'll see what happens there. But we definitely don't want to fight the civil war. 100% we do not want to do that. So out over here, we could definitely consider getting ourselves some additional... Ooh, elephants here. Some additional cities. I wouldn't mind getting a city built here. So we could upgrade this, for sure. And you can automatic trade. That is absolutely fine. Do we want to change the capital? Probably. It is going to lose a bunch of loyalty. That is understood. We've got cities here already. So out over here, what do we make in the capital? Vegetables? That is not ideal. Leather is fine. Woad. Dyes is pretty good. So we'd want to build this out over here, right? So we would want to upgrade this. That's 130 gold, though, and we're going to have to wait on that. So we've got a bunch of cities being built right now. Let's take a look at how we're doing on our research efficiency. It's not as high as we'd like to be. We'll publicly praise him and his deeds. Yes, that sounds good. Although we are a bit low on political influence at this moment. We're going to want more political influence for our territorial activities here, right? We want to get a bunch of cities built. But we'll see what that ends up looking like. Okay, we did manage to become friends with him. So that's good. That said, he's still only at 31. Scorned family... Oh, he's up to 46 now. Okay, so who now is the problem? Zhongyang Fan. Okay, so we've got this guy. What do we want to do about him? Well, he is abrasive, character, culture, happiness, minus 5.4. Power base, low faction approval. What faction does he belong to? He is a Democrat. So we could go into our government here and take a look at what the Democrats want. They want confiscation. You know what? This is probably fine. Let's do it. So let's boost up the Democrat approval. And this guy is going to get to what from that? So low faction approval, minus 12. He's 35.37. So he is just barely loyal. So now Fuchai Shi is the problem. That is this guy. We cannot bribe him because Siwen does not have enough gold. So how much gold does Siwen have? Negative 205. Okay. He's sponsoring games. We should probably set him on siphoning funds instead. That would be for the best. Now there's no risk of civil war, though. So we seem to be okay in this situation. So that seems good. We spent a lot of political influence on getting all of that done. No doubt about that. I do want to get a city constructed here. 32.5 political influence. Okay, that'll take us some time. So for now, I want to check in on the provincial loyalty out over in this province. So currently 16. 16.38. Noted. That needs to come up quite a lot. Of course, we're going to have these cities all finishing up. And that will definitely take a little while to get all of that done. So that seems fine. We can build this mine that we removed the fort from previously. That is absolutely something we want to get underway. So that'll be fine for now. We're making 26 gold per month at this point, which is moderate. Do we want to start seeing this guy? Huh. Just have him flogged. That'll be okay for now. So we're going to want to start pushing northward probably relatively soon here. The question is, how much gold do we actually want to put into that? Right? Well, it doesn't really cost us gold. It would cost us political influence. For the moment, we probably want to get some cities going. Furs here, huh? Okay. Sugar, though. Sugar is pretty good. No doubt about that. We wouldn't mind making that into a city, probably. That's going to cost a lot of provincial loyalty, though, if we want to change the capital. So that would, of course, be an issue, and we are losing provincial loyalty in a lot of these locations. We're working on it. Our technology is going to be bumping up fairly soon here, and we are working on grabbing formulaic worship next, which is going to be huge in getting our conversions done. That's going to be absolutely enormous. Just a flat half pop conversion speed and a 15% boost across the entire board of our nation is insane. Absolutely crazy. And then we have to wonder, what can we do as far as cultural integration goes? Well, I mean, we can continue to grab some religious happiness, but we definitely need to do this provincial loyalty. Let's get that going. We have an ancient fertility figurine, huh? Right, that is currently located here. Yes, that is fine. Okay, so as I was saying, we are interested in maybe some cultural assimilation. This is just raw population happiness, which is pretty good. Now, we could be going for things like unintegrated culture happiness, for things like monthly political influence gain. This actually gives us pop assimilation and cultural integration speed, which is not too bad. Petition of minorities would be pretty good too. We probably want to start going down this civic tree after this next advance. That would probably be for the best. So we're at 238 gold here. We're going to need to spend a lot of gold, of course, and we need a lot more gold than what we have. This province is still considered disloyal and will be for a while. We're working on it. Yeah, we definitely need to get some conversion going. That is for sure. So it's going to take us a while to build up the political influence to get all of the cities that we want. We want to have one city per state, basically, at this point, and we've got one here. Generally speaking, we would like to have the capital be located in the city as well. So that would be fine for now. This is producing vegetables up here, yeah. So probably something like this would end up being the city. Vaubienne has become a city. Excellent. So that is, of course, up over here. Now, this is currently disloyal, going down by 0.25 per month. We're working on conversions here. And so this is fine. We're not going to be working on actually building buildings out over here just yet, I think. We should go through and see where we can build additional buildings. Yes, we've got additional cities coming in here. So 16 out of 16 here. We've got 32 out of 32, 19 out of 19. We're full here, full here. Full, we can definitely put in a tax office here. That'll boost up our income a little bit. So that seems good. Excellent. But we want to go through and make sure every single one of our states has at least one city in it. So we have 2 cities in this state. That would be fine. We have 3 cities in this state. That's absolutely okay. Up this direction, we have a city here. We are lacking a city in this state, and I do believe that it should be in this pearl production location or maybe in this sugar production location. It's actually pretty good. 18 gold for a few stability points? Yeah, we'll take it. That sounds fantastic. And I would love to continue to upgrade these, but we need more political influence. So that'll take a while before we can get more cities going. But we're definitely going to work on that. Now, provincial loyalty is going to be a problem, particularly out over here for a while. Barbarians sieging this fort. Okay, I guess we'll go deal with that. That'll take us a little bit to get there, though. We do have roads most of the way there, except for this location, which, of course, is not colonized. But let's head on up there. It'll take them a while to siege that. So that should be fine. We're going to finish up our constructions out over here. Yep, that seems fine. Our cities are getting finished. 10 political influence for 10 approval from Democrats. Actually, I'm going to say no. We're going to lose some democratic approval here. We need political influence. Oratory and civic advances, though, at the same time. That's really solid. So, first things first, we are absolutely grabbing formulaic worship. That is going to give us a ton of free conversion power. Then let's head over to civic advances, and let's start heading down this direction. Now, petition of minorities only needs one of these. So, unintegrated culture happiness. I don't care about tribesman output, though. I definitely want to grab this out over here. I would like to have this unintegrated culture happiness, but for now we're going to go Code of Rights into granted manumission. Oh, we don't have the second one. Yeah, that's right. We already spent it. That's absolutely okay. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to go deal with these barbarians and continue to work on getting, ideally, this area developing. It would be really good to have this under proper development. We'll need to let that provincial loyalty grow, though. That'll take a little bit. And we're going to have some problems out over here. No doubt about it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.